All right, we're out at Nebraska Crossing with our very good friend Rod Yates. Rod, I bet you're still just kind of shaking your head about how things have changed since last year.
Yeah, excuse me, Jeff. It was great. We everybody who knows our center out here knows we're surrounded by agriculture, and so we had 2 rows of people in the cornfields parking last night. I mean, that's always unusual when you see that, but it was a fantastic night. And like I indicated, we had brands that were 100% or more over 20 sales, and then 50% over 2019 sales. So that's a beautiful recovery. So very excited to see the success, and people come out, support Nebraska Crossing, and we'll continue to do our job of bringing great brands to Nebraska, and that's what we want to do here.
So we're here with Rod Yates, the owner of Nebraska Crossing Shopping Center in Gretna. Tell us, one of the biggest differentiators, one of the things that has really made Nebraska Crossing is the Fast Cash app. And,
Yes.
and I want people to hear it from the source. You and Johanna created this app.
Yep.
Tell us about the Fast Cash app.
Well, we believe, actually we wrote white papers about this, Trenton, that the shopping center with the most data wins in the long run. And so landlords historically have been more just rent collectors culturally and never really looked at having a role in the ecosystem of a shopping center. We completely changed that. We've got roughly 660,000 people, going on 700,000 on our app. We look at the total addressable market for us, about 1 million people. So we got roughly 70% of our trade area on the app, and we're collecting data and all that. And so this is a phased process for us, Trenton. First was to build the app, build a lot of functionality, allow our customers to earn digital coupons through the app, redeem them in the stores, get great offers, et cetera. So last year during COVID, we launched our Fast Cash version into the app, and that's been hugely successful. So we've become more of a membership-centric kind of shopping center where you go into our app, you become a member into our app, and then you get that 15% cash back. So what's next for us that we'll be launching in Q1 is the buy now, pay later has had so much success around the world. You've seen companies go to 30, 40, $50 billion market caps with their just buy now, pay later. We started our own version. We call it Just Pay Later. And so everybody who walks into this center, they're a member in our ecosystem, we're going to give you $1,000. You can go spend that at any store. It'll be interest-free. You'll get 4 months to pay it back. And we feel like all the data that we collected on Fast Cash just puts everything on steroids, because there's no shopping center in America that will give you $1,000 for walking into the center. You go earn 15% cash back wherever you redeem that in the center or earn that spend in the center. And it's just a fabulous way to create customer empowerment. So we believe strongly that data is king here. Customer empowerment is what landlords should be doing. They should be the curators in the ecosystem. That's what we've turned this place into, as an ecosystem. And the things that will follow on from that are phenomenal as we look becoming more of a financial institution with all the fintech, with the cash back, the just pay later aspects, and this is going to change the shopping center industry.
Well, and it's going to save it. I mean, it's going to make brick and mortar shopping possible in the future, having stuff like this.
Well, there's a 100-pound gorilla out there now, and we all know who it is. It's Amazon. So you got to compete with Amazon head to head, and you got to think about customer centricity, and you got to think about how you're going to compete against Amazon. The tools we're developing are there to go head to head with Amazon. So the things I'm thinking about, Johanna's thinking about in our ecosystem, in this fintech world, we got the best fintech partners. Part of what we're doing, one of them is SoFi. You guys have seen SoFi become very, very popular. They did a SPAC this year. They're now the head sponsor of the Rams and Chargers Stadium out in LA. But they've got some really unique tools that we're going to build in here. So you'll be able to come and get, through our app, a personal loan, a car loan, a home mortgage. That's where this whole ecosystem of a shopping center is headed through what we're doing with our fintech and our app.
Well, Reebok just opened a few days ago. Rod, what are some other new brands that are opening soon?
Yeah, another popular brand was Estee Lauder. Health and beauty is obviously a very hot category, and so they just opened about a week ago now, and they're off to a great start. PacSun's under construction. Pacific Sunwear, another great brand that's wanted to be in the center for a long time. So there's a lot of things going on at their center. We've got a strong waiting list that we're building. That you'll see open over the next quarter or two, and then there's some expansion buildings in the works as well.
So we're talking some new construction.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about new construction. It's a little pricey today. I think everybody in the real estate business knows that. But there's some really unique brands that have been absent in the Nebraska retail scene for a long time. People like REI. I mean, we constantly get pinged.
People ask you about what brands are coming, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's the power of surveying, right? Because when we open a brand, we've usually captured a lot of customer data on that brand for when they open. So Johanna had captured about 20,000 customers for the Reebok opening. Phenomenal to have that strength in the app for an opening of a new store, because the biggest weakness a store has in today's economy is they take a long time to scale, right? And they cost a lot to build. So we captured both those with this Reebok store. We were able to capture a lot of customers before they even open the doors. But that's what makes us unique. I think if you look at what's going to happen at I-80 and Highway 31 here in Gretna, kind of the heart of Nebraska now between Omaha and Lincoln, you're going to see a lot of great things happen based on the success we've had here. And I think we give a lot of credit to the fintech and the app and our ability to acquire customers that make retailers want to be part of Nebraska Crossing.
So what other brands? You mentioned REI.
Yeah, REI, certainly a hot, requested brand. People like Crate and Barrel haven't been in the Omaha market ever, or Nebraska, West Elm. We've heard rumors that Container Store's looking at making another move to build another store in the community, in the market. Yeti's been a long requested brand. Amazon's got some interesting new concepts that they're rolling out. Not only are they the big online retailer, but they've got physical retail they're opening. So we're talking to them about a couple of their concepts that'll be opening up here in 2022. So there's a lot going on in retail. As you heard the Reebok guys talk about, there's a lot of demand for space out there. You're seeing absorption come in pretty strong these days, but like I said, we've got a 100,000 square foot waiting list to be in the project. I probably got about 15,000 square feet I want to fill. So I want to be very, very selective on who we bring into the center. But we'll have some really, really neat announcements probably next week and then throughout the balance of the year.
Some that we can't say exactly, but it is safe to say that you have some leases out.
Oh, yeah. We have leases out. We're well into design and construction on some of the cool brands we're bringing out here. And so it'll be an exciting fourth quarter, and I think our community, our shoppers are going to love what's next at Nebraska Crossing.
So keep listening to the Grow Omaha show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, because we know we kind of know a lot of people keep saying, so what is this next big brand going to be at Nebraska Crossing? We say, well, we'll be able to tell you as soon as we can. So that's why we're dancing a little bit, but soon. Now, Rod, you said something also kind of interesting that caught my eye. You said, the Interstate 80, Highway 31 interchange. You guys have been an anchor here for 8 years, and everyone refers to this as the Nebraska Crossing exit, but there's a lot more room for growth around here.
Yeah, we, the mayor and I of Gretna met with the Department of Roads a few weeks back, just talking about infrastructure improvements, because if you were here yesterday, it was hectic. It was bedlam. It was challenging for our shoppers getting in and out of here. So we meet with the Department of Roads to really talk about infrastructure improvements, and there's some really neat things in the works here. The plan, as I understand it, is to take Highway 31 from I-80 all the way to Dodge Street and expand that to 6 lanes.
It needs it.
It needs it in the worst way, because I've obviously been coming here for 10 years now working on this, going up and down Highway 31 from Dodge Street, and it becomes more and more like Dodge Street every year. In my 8 years of coming back and forth, 10 years coming back and forth. So there's a lot of unique things that are going to happen at this intersection to get ready for all this explosive growth that I think is going to happen. Obviously, I got a little bit of insight on what's going to happen at this intersection, but there's some unique things going on, I think, that'll make this really a great part of the commerce of Nebraska and create a lot of jobs and be unique for the community.
Well, it's exciting stuff without question. And Rod, we as always appreciate you hosting us out here, and we appreciate everything that you're doing for the local economy.
Yep. Happy to do it, Jeff. Thanks for having me on.
And the weather's here today, ladies and gentlemen. So
60 and sunny.
60 and sunny. All right. That was Rod Yates, the developer and owner of Nebraska Crossing. If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.